by this tragedy in San Bruno, so a very quick action from the state government to try to help those people here at the local level.
Yeah, the governor has left for Asia. Apparently, Lieutenant Governor Abel Maldonado is in charge right now, and as you said, quick action by everyone involved throughout the region to really try to bring these flames under control this evening. There is an urgent call for blood donations. They're looking for people who are O negative. The burn victims from this fire will need help, and the Blood Centers of the Pacific is asking for folks to please donate blood, especially if you are O negative, because what you can help with will make a huge difference in the lives of those trying to recover from this fire who've been so impacted.
Yeah, O negative, the universal donor, that blood will work in anyone. And again, we are now really almost to the nose, I think, 4 hours into this tragedy since that initial explosion. And what we know is that at least one person, we have confirmed one fatality as a result of this. Last count, perhaps upwards of 45 homes burned, maybe more by now, we're not sure. And a number of people with severe injuries, critical injuries, taken to Bay Area hospitals, a number not critically injured, and at least 100 people in local shelters who have been displaced from their home.
And Caitlin Cobb with the Red Cross is on the line now for us. Caitlin?
Yes, hello.
Hi, where are you this evening?
I am actually in our San Francisco office, trying to connect with everyone in the field from here and manning our phone lines, so.
And what is the situation now? I mean, do you have numbers of how many people have shown up at the shelters, or can you give us any sense of how this is impacting folks?
Yes, I can. I can give you some approximate numbers. I mean, it's hard to tell just because there's a lot of people kind of coming in, but we have 2 shelters open at the moment. One is at the Veterans Memorial Recreation Center in San Bruno, and that one's got approximately 80 residents in it so far. And then we actually just recently opened a second shelter that's adjacent to the Memorial Center in the Senior Center, and that's expected to assist about 100 residents. So we have almost 200 people who are seeking shelter, and we also have an evacuation center which just kind of provides information and gives people a place to kind of go and figure out if they need a shelter, and that's open at the Bay Hill Shopping Center in San Bruno also.
And Caitlin, the Red Cross will help people on the scene in these shelters, providing cots and blankets and food and all of that. Will you also be arranging to put people into hotel rooms?
As of tonight, we haven't arranged to put anyone in hotel rooms, but people will be able to stay in those shelters overnight.
And what will the Red Cross do to help people in the days ahead?
We are figuring that out as we speak, so we will have the shelters open probably into tomorrow, and if the need is great enough, we'll keep them open as long as we need to, until we can get people kind of out and then into more permanent housing, or until we can hook them up with family and friends.
And Caitlin, for people trying to connect with loved ones, would it make sense to start at the evacuation center at Bay Hill Shopping Center?
Well, we're still in the early hours of the situation, so we are encouraging people right now to contact their loved ones by phone, and then once we get more information about the people who are in the shelters, we'll start to reconnect people, and we'll put out a phone number, a safe and well phone number, where people can try to get in touch with whoever's in the shelter.
Okay. Caitlin, thank you very much. With the Red Cross, their services will be very much needed in the days ahead for so many people displaced by this tragedy. Thank you, Caitlin. Again, the tape in the center, by the way, just to let you know what you're looking at, corner, I believe is still a live image from Sky 7 HD. In the center of your frame is some video taken from ground level by a freelance photographer who brought in some just stunning images of a tragedy in the making.
And he, as you can see here, the home to the right of where that car is was also impacted. That's the home where he told us that firefighters went inside, and no people to rescue, but they did rescue a dog from that pink
house
home.
Right.
And that pink home, he told us as he was leaving the scene, was engulfed in flames as well.
And by the time he left, the one that you're looking at burning, there was nothing left, just completely gone. And the gas main in question where this happened is literally right behind the house, that giant bit of flame that you see. Back now live to Sky 7 HD.
And you can see there are still a number of fires burning this evening. Firefighters from all over the Bay Area are on the scene, and firefighters from Northern California as well responding. We know that there's at least 60 firefighters from the Mendocino-Sonoma County area who also brought with them 25 pieces of equipment to help in this effort. CAL FIRE has been on the scene all evening, helping out with water drops, flame retardant drops from their helicopters, doing something that you don't normally see in this neighborhood setting, but using aircraft to help fight this fire.
And
these
again,
fires, I should say. There are multiple fires now.
Yeah, exactly right. This is in the Crestmore 2 area, predominantly of San Bruno, in the what they call the Rollingwood area of the city. And what you're looking at, the brighter flames are gas lines burning in individual home units, and then you can see everywhere you look embers and the remnants of homes on fire.
Really just too many to count, and we've had various witnesses on the scene describe for us just a scene of complete devastation there, with literally dozens of homes burned. And we don't have a concrete number on that. We do know there has been at least one fatality, and we also have multiple people being treated for burns throughout the county. At least 4 patients at St. Francis Hospital, which is the burn center in San Francisco, and they have heard from other hospitals in the region. They are expecting more seriously burned people to be transported there this evening. And
one of the things that has happened in the last little bit that has helped, we hope, to some degree, is the weather conditions continue to be a bit more favorable for controlling the spread of the flames, and Spencer Christian is here with the latest on that.
That's true now. The relative humidity has gone up again in just the last 20 to 30 minutes. About a half hour ago it was at 72%. It's now at 75%. You may recall I mentioned that with the fog developing tonight, we'll continue to see a rise in the humidity, and of course that's helpful to the firefighters, to the firefighting effort. Temperature is still around 60 degrees. That will drop some more during the late night and overnight hours. And the winds have been holding pretty steady out of the west at about 17 miles per hour. So we don't have any strong gusts, and we don't have a strong sustained wind, which of course is very helpful because that helps keep the fires that are burning from spreading.
And you know, it's hard to tell from SkySim HG at this moment, but it certainly looks to us like the flames are not continuing to spread violently and rapidly as they did before. Spencer, would you agree with that? You know, for a time it was just spreading so quickly they couldn't keep up. Now it looks like they are beginning to get a handle on that, and the conditions are such that the flames are not spreading violently anymore.
It looks like a situation that could lead to containment. The flames are much smaller, as you mentioned, not so violent, not leaping so high into the sky as they were, into the air as they were hours ago. And with the winds being relatively light, of course you're not seeing that bending and swirling of the flames. What smoke is coming from these fires is going straight up in the air, so weather seems not to be a factor at the moment, which is certainly helpful.
Yeah. Now, as we look here, it appears this could be the crater that we've been hearing about. Difficult to see. It is dark out here. Obviously, that complicates efforts for firefighters, but where you see the flames burning there does look to be...
It is so hard to tell, but the crater Carolyn's referring to is right at ground zero where this happened, Glenview and Earl, where the initial blast happened. It's 15 feet deep, and we have an ABC News producer on the phone with us who went into the crater, went to see the crater. Peter, are you there?
I am, yes. I'm just about 50 feet from the crater down at Glenview and Earl, and it's about a 30-foot long, 25-foot wide hole filled with water. I'm told by the fire folk it's at least 15 feet deep. And then just about 30 feet up the street is a huge piece of PG&E pipe. I guess that it's at least 20 feet long, and it's split open like a banana that you split down the middle in order to make an ice cream sundae. It is split open and jagged on its ends.
Peter, have you been able to hear from anyone on the scene, you know, what might have led to this? I mean, we've just been all speculating here. Perhaps there was construction in that area tonight, but is there any word on anything out of the ordinary there?
There's no word where I am. I'm so far into the fire